Hi, I'm Anne. Today I'd like to share with you a couple of quilt finishes, talk about upcoming videos, and also to share with you the Cathedral Windows quilt my grandmother made 50 years ago. So let's get started. This here is the Scrappy Sur-Plus quilt, aptly named by a YouTube viewer. And my last video has instructions how to make the various components in this quilt: the strip chunk, the plus block, and the terry roll-in block. So the only difference between the quilt on the design wall in that video and this one is I ended up adding a strip chunk border all the way around, and I'm really glad I did. So I will have some tips at the end of this video for anyone that's making this quilt and wants to put this border on there. For the quilting pattern on this, I did the clamshell, as you can see in some of the photos, and I did it on a pretty large scale. I wanted to keep this quilt flowy and loose, and there's so many small pieces in it. I just went really large and chunky with that quilting design. So anyway, super happy with that. Then the second finish, I'm going to call this the trad throw. This is the traditional quilt block series throw size quilt. Last year, early in the year, there's a playlist where we made one block a week for 12 weeks, and the instructions for each block and free patterns and even instructions for the setting are all in that playlist. This quilt is quite a bit crinklier after I washed it. You can see how nice and wrinkly it got compared to the picture on the screen of the pre-washed version. The quilt design on this one is called Feathered Delight. It's actually one of my go-tos in the Pro Stitcher library. My next video is going to be a quick video showing you how I starch my Sewcialites 3 fabrics. I'll be putting that video out next week, so watch for that. Then I'm writing a pattern for, I'll put it up on the screen, the boy version of the quilt that I made last year. These fabrics, unfortunately, are out of print now, but you can still get them. The book, Guess How Much I Love You, these fabrics are, licensed and the same imagery from that book. So cute, just adorable. Having said that, there's so much cute baby fabric out there. You probably have enough in your stash that you've been wanting to use. So this will be a baby quilt tutorial and pattern. And when I'm done with that pattern, I will be putting the video out. My niece is having a baby girl in March, and I'm not sure she's going to get this by the time the baby's born, but she will get it soon after, if not before. So anyway, I am working on that. Okay, this is something that I have been working on. I'm not sure that I'll be doing a video on it. It is interesting, and it's so beautiful. This quilt's so beautiful. My grandmother made this quilt. She actually put her name in the year embroidered on there, 1976. This is a huge, heavy quilt. This is a Cathedral Windows quilt. If you don't know about how these go together, you should look it up on YouTube. It's fascinating. There's no batting in here, but these are heavy as hell. There's a lot of fabric in these. So what I did, I've never made one. I watched every Cathedral Windows tutorial I could find on YouTube just to know all the various ways these can be made, to familiarize myself. And turns out you can make them completely by hand all the way over to completely on the machine. And so I took a seam ripper and I gently opened up. These are folded edges, by the way, so they're not raw. But I took a chunk out of this to see how my grandmother did it, and she did a hybrid. So she put together these background chunks by machine, and then she stitched the windows by hand. So that's what I'm going to be doing. And I do have my first chunk done. I bought a charm pack of a variety of whites, and that's how I arrived at this one. And depending on what light you're looking at this under, it doesn't match. That's fine. So I'm just going to be chunk by chunk fixing this quilt. Funny story. This is actually my first attempt at fixing this corner. And I was sitting there hand sewing. You can see how gross this is. What happened? Well, I was sitting there stitching and I heard this noise all of a sudden, ka-whoosh. And I look out in the kitchen and there are flames this high coming out of a pan. So I run in there and I start putting the fire out with this piece of quilt I was working on. So anyway, the pan's fine, the kitchen's fine, everything's fine, but I had to start over on this. So yeah, good thing I didn't have the whole quilt in my hand, right? All right, and to wrap it up, I have a few tips for you regarding the strip chunks on the Scrappy Sur-Plus quilt. And this will help you with the strip chunks on the inside as well, but especially for the outside border. So these strip chunks kind of want to behave like an accordion once you're done. They want to stretch and move, and there's so many seams and pieces. So I ended up cutting my paper, the stabilizer, to 3 inches instead of 3.5 inches. And then what I did is I trimmed the fabric down to 1/4 inch away from the edge of the paper. That way I was able to leave the paper on until after I sewed it onto the quilt. And that made it so that that border wasn't stretching and weighing, and it was held together by the paper, which was wonderful. And the borders came out really, really nice for having done that. The other thing I did was lowered my stitch length. So anytime you're cutting off the end of a seam, because even if you back tack, if you cut it off, what's the point? So I lowered my stitch length to a 1.4 so that the ends of my seams weren't coming apart like that. Yeah, so tip number 2, lower your stitch length. And then finally, I went ahead and did a stay stitch all the way around the outside. So 3 things that you can do to make the strip chunks a little better. All right, well, that's all I have for today. Watch next week for the starching video for Sewcialites 3 fabric. I will be doing a short video on that. And also, a friend of mine, Maura, and I will be doing a weekly video during Sewcialites 3 where we're going to show you how our blocks came out and the troubles we had. It's going to be a lot of fun. We've been practicing, and her and I have a great rapport, and we both really enjoy some self-deprecating humor. So for those of you, like, we're the farthest from quilt experts as you can get, trust me. But for those of you that struggle with these blocks, some of them can be a little bit challenging, just tune in and watch us, and we will definitely make you feel better. So thank you for joining me, and I'll see you next time.